Yeah, Fem. Fen. Decided it was time. It's been actually several weeks since we've done a league, and I feel bad for making you guys wait that long. So if this dude plays Cub, I'm gonna play Gideon, and okay, and if not, I'm just gonna do this other map. I think it makes sense. Yeah, we'll keep removal. That's the one thing this hand was missing. Now we get 2 maps going, and this is good against a Braid too, especially since he can't Braid now. Or at the end of my turn, rather. Just a couple small changes for the sideboard. We took out the freebooters, because I kept like running into spots where I had to like fumigate them away, and that feels awful. But I put in, so I took out the 4 freebooters, and I put in 2 Duresses, 2 Torment of Scarabs for the control matchup. Ooh, this is Pummeler. Well, I'm glad we took the removal. Gonti against Pummeler. I don't know. They could be playing like gods and stuff, I guess. And it's Death Touch to get in the way of Pummeler, I guess. Alright. Alright, kill this thing. Shields are down. We need to flip over a map next turn, which is going to be great. Hydra. Okay. Well, this is where Gonti gets better. In the face of Hydra. Oh, or we just draw Doomfall. That was pretty good. I was like, well, if not Doomfall, then I guess Gonti. Or, well, sometimes you just draw what you want, huh? And another. Well, that's only fair. Alright, we'll blow a treasure, discard a card. Concealed Courtyard to the bottom. I don't think I'm going to be drawing with the treasure this turn, so let's just use the Cove. I want to have double black and double white available to me. Scrutiny's not bad. You could tell us what we're up against, give us another scry. Servant, he's got a rampage, defense, and larger than life. So he can make this Hydra big, but he can't actually get around the Death Touch on Gonti. I'll keep Fumigate, that's an answer to Hydra. So let's see, how big can he actually make that thing? He can put 4 counters on it, give it +8, so he can make it a 16. He can make it an 18. If 18 trample, if he really wanted to. So with Gonti, this also means that... Ooh, Samet. Oh, flash that in against something? That'd be pretty solid. Well, let's take Samet. It's good to know he's playing that. Jeez, that's kind of a tough thing for us to answer, at least at instant speed. Yeah, alright. And we are getting up to a big Torment of Hailfire too, so hopefully he'll just like blow his hand out. Though I can't imagine, he'll probably just wait for another spell, yeah. Alright. Flip map. Zoinks. We knew we were drawing that already. Oops. Oh well. Maybe we just sit, you know? He can make this, he can add 3, he can add 4 counters to it. 10, he can give this 13 toughness. Alright. Well, that's a lot more toughness than I can deal with damage. So the death touch will have to get us there. Maybe just play like, maybe just play Gideon here, plus on the Hydra. Just to kind of like force him to do something. That might be correct. And then it also takes heat off our face. Let's do that. So he'll like have to burn some energy here. Unless he just wants his Hydra to do nothing, which maybe just in the face of Death Touch. But if he does spend energy, that's just more energy he can't put into a future Pummeler. Alright, so he's gonna do that. That's just fine. And if we really need to, we can still play this Samet with all of our treasures. Though I don't anticipate that needing to happen. It could have been correct just to make an emblem there, because then we don't get one shot. Actually, I think it would have been better. Opponent drew a Rootbound Greg though. Oh shit, what land did he play last turn? He did nothing last turn, so I think we don't know about the last card. Alright. Well, if he drew a land, that's good for us. That means now I can probably just sit and make the emblem, unless he wants to really get into Gideon and lose his Hydra. He'd have to blow probably like Invigorated Rampage to do it. Because he has to give it trample, and now it's already combat. So this is the only thing that can actually let him get in at Gideon. Alright, let's draw a card. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We can torment for 7. Pretty good. Binding, no real help here. Torment for 8 now? It's getting up there, man. We might just want to like attack and fumigate. Or I guess it'd be better to fumigate and then just to get in with Gideon for 4. And then we can like probably just kill him with Torment next turn. Yeah. That sounds fine. Yeah, next turn will be the big Torment. Want to get more stuff off the board, because this kind of makes Torment 1 better anyways, because then he can't sacrifice his Hydra, you know, if it would be lethal. And then we also get in for 4, which kind of again makes it 1 better. So it's all about like just putting him into range. Yeah, and then we have this Samet for backup, like if that just somehow doesn't do anything. Brawler. Okay, knowing about Samet though is a big deal. Samet could be a lot of damage, like flash this in, pump spell, double strike, that's a shitload. Need to find some sort of answer to that. Alright, got a land too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Torment for 9. So we get in with Gideon. He'll probably just take the damage, go to 12, and then he has 4 cards in his hand, a 5th thing here, and he still has to take 4, right? Because that's 9 activations, yeah. So if we attack and Gideon either kills the Brawler or he takes the damage, we literally just kill him. The only way this happens is if he somehow blocks Gideon and survives the block. But this should do it. Yeah, he's down to 12, so it takes 4 to kill him, plus another 5, so 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we got him exactly. The other thing also was like, if he would have used like a combination of pump spells to pump Brawler up to... these opponents being a good sport about it. Surprise. Knowing about Samet is a big deal too, because like I said, that's potentially just a shitload of damage, dude. Like, what's really unfortunate is I don't think we have an instant speed removal spell for Samet, because she costs 5. And she gets flashed in anyways and untaps, so Authority doesn't do it. I guess Authority keeps the haste from like if he just draws her for the turn, he can't just like hit us then. But Authority doesn't seem very good otherwise. And just to like sort of hold off one card for a 1-turn maybe, I don't think it's worth bringing in. We had the issue yesterday also where we wanted to bring in Forsake the Worldly for the Pummeler, but that only really does anything if he taps out, because otherwise there's Blossoming Defense. So... And we have plenty of removal. Scrutiny's going to be a quality card in this matchup, and I'm fine with Duress as well. Honestly, I don't know if there's really anything I want to change. No, we're not playing Vraska's Contempt. We haven't really come across a scenario where we needed it until Samet. Because so much of the deck is tap out anyways, and we already had so many 4-drops that, like, that's why I'm playing Never to Return, because it's just lower on the curve and does the same thing. The instant speed doesn't really matter, because we're probably tapping out like every turn anyways, so we'd just be using it on our own turn. And then I figured Binding or Never to Return would just be better. Well, we kind of just need to hope and pray. I don't think I actually changed anything. None of these sideboard cards really help. I'm still fine with a 2 Duress main. I wouldn't want to do more. But knowing, like, getting the information and being able to take, like, a Blossoming Defense out can be a pretty big deal. Ooh, this hand has real potential. This hand's real good, actually. Wow. I'm just fine with turn 1 Attune off of Hub, because it means he's already down 1 mana, or 1 energy, if you think about it. Let's Scrutiny here. Brawler, Glorybringer. Might just have to take that, because we can deal with the Hydra and the Brawler. And then he's got an Abrade, so we can even duress that later on, if we need to. There's really no point in duressing until he gets the creature on the board, because none of these spells really do anything. Yeah, let's take Glorybringer. Can't really deal with that. I think I'll take the land, too. That's pretty good. There's Brawler. And probably just push that now. Just don't want to get hit by the potential for Blossoming Defense. I think I'm more scared of Blossoming Defense when we play against decks that it's in than I should be. But I've been blown out by Blossoming Defense a handful of times, and Jesus Christ, it's really not good. It's like, it feels so awful. Opponent found the 4th land for Hydra, so ooh, or we could just Scrutiny it out. That's better. That's even better. Fine with that. We can save Doomfall and get around. Alright, so we just got land, Mountain Abrade. Cool. Put our land to the bottom. Scrutiny, man. Jeez. Against aggro, Scrutiny is an insane magic card. Especially, this might honestly be the best matchup for Scrutiny, to be totally honest. Just because, like, this deck plays a very Samet the Tested? Alright, well at least we have the binding for that. That was a pretty good top deck for opponent. Imagine up to 1 target creature gains double strike. Interesting, okay. Well, it's pretty good for binding. Next turn we can duress the Abrade and play map with a Scribe. Samet Tribal confirmed. I mean, they're not bad, especially the creature Samet. That actually makes a lot of sense in a Pummeler deck. It just, like, you can pass and the opponent, and then, like, if he would have passed, if we weren't thinking, if we didn't see the Samet, I would have been like, oh, he's got nothing. I can just tap out. And then he can just, like, boom, slam Samet, pump spell. I'm taking, like, 25 damage, you know? That's a whole bunch. Ooh. Or do we just play Gideon? I think I'm gonna duress and play map, because we can also scry, and I don't want to miss another land, really. It's hand disruption, though. God, land. Opponent's flooding out, which is good, because we're kind of getting bottlenecked. Hopefully this map will fix that problem, though. But opponent's currently sitting on no action, which is good, because now even, like, the Flash Samet with no pump spell is not that scary. Fumigate to the bottom. Oh, well, forgot to put on an upkeep stop, but I drew the land I wanted, so that's fine. Okay, now Gideon. And we haven't seen Lightning Strike or anything like that. So, especially knowing that the opponent probably doesn't have it in his hand. Problem is all the haste creatures like Glorybringer and Samet kill Gideon regardless of plus or not. Alright, let's just make an emblem. The only way this backfires is if opponent draws a Lightning Strike. But we are going to flip over this map next turn. And we have a Deadlands too, so if he plays just something like a Brawler, we can kill it without having to use a whole spell. There's a Cub. I was just gonna say, like, we can't kill a Cub, unfortunately. But Cub's also not the scariest creature that he could have. Because we can also just, like, plus Gideon on the Cub. Fuck! I didn't turn on my upkeep stop after I literally was just talking about missing it last turn. What would we have drawn this turn? Opponent's probably sitting over there, like I get sometimes when I'm like, oh, this guy's not even doing his upkeep. This is what I'm losing to. Well, that's fine. I wouldn't have wanted Duress anyways. Honestly, Swamp is better than Duress, so again, the forgetting the Scry thing actually kind of worked out. Is this the hub that we know about? Okay, last turn he played hub. Alright, so he has one random card in his hand. We plussed on Cub, so don't have to worry about Cub. If he's playing multiple Samets, those are now whiffs. How's this deck been for you? Pretty solid so far. Opponent's pretty chill. Trying his lands, yeah. Well, this opponent's pretty cool about it. See, if everybody was just like our opponent, I would probably just never stop streaming ever. Just like quit my job. That's the reason I haven't moved to blue-green. Yeah, he says the creature Sammit's why he hasn't just moved to straight blue-green. And honestly, like yeah, he says it crushes control. I can see why. Especially if someone's like, fumigate, and then you just like play a Sammit. I think a lot of people also have forgotten that Sammit's just in the format. Not something they're thinking of. Alright, so now we bind the cub as well. Alright, let's start getting in with Gideon. I'd feel a little bit better putting up to 5 counters just because we saw Glorybringer, but Glorybringer is likely a sideboard card. Since this deck is trying to just like go pretty all in on Pummeler, not as all in as I've seen these decks be, like not like blue-green, where it's literally like you get Pummeler or else you're playing just a really bad deck. Alright, there's Pummeler. Well, we have Doomfall for it, which gets around, and honestly, we'll probably just go for the Deadlands here, which gets the defense out of his hand. Yep, Deadland's pretty good against Pummeler late game. Gives us the match. Alright. Looking for our deck list. There it is. Sweet, man. Well, that was a pretty straightforward first game of the league. It's always good to start the league on a win. Work emails, league. Be alone. We're trying to have fun. Yeah. Well, cool. Pretty good way to start, man. And that was a quick match, too. That was... what? Not even... that was like 20 minutes? If that. It'd be great if we could burn through a league today before I have to leave. Still have a couple hours. Gross. Well, opponent mulliganed at least. Walk the plank. I think we have to keep because it's our only removal. It's like energy again. Can't imagine there's any deck that plays Botanical Sanctum that's not just energy. Ooh. Turn 2 attune. So that's what you do for the turn. And another. Why? Whoa. Why didn't he play Attune on turn 1? Could he be playing Spell Pierce main? Why would he not play Attune turn 1? That doesn't make any sense. Very strange. Yeah, tap out control is not good in every format, but it is a good thing sometimes, that's for sure. Alright, let's get a Gideon out there. Really want another land for Gonti. Is this gonna be Hydra or Chandra? Hydra. really want another land. Come on. Well, Gideon's not long for this world. I don't think this cast out's going to be of any use to us, so let's just cycle that. Hope we hit a land. Well, there's the land we wanted. God damn it. I guess what we can do, I don't know. I was gonna say like we could try plussing on this Hydra, but then he just gives it hexproof, obviously. We have this Field of Ruin we can pop and go find a swamp and Fatal Push the Refiner, and that solves the Refiner problem. Maybe we just make a Gideon emblem, since he's gonna die kind of no matter what. And since he didn't start with Cub, I don't see Fatal Push being any better. Alright, let's just emblem. Gideon's gonna die anyhow. And then this way we like kill the Refiner and have a Gonti for the Hydra on the following turn. Maybe this deck wants to settle the wreckage in the sideboard, maybe at least. I don't know, it's another 4-drop though, jeez. Alright, so Gideon down, but we don't take any damage, at least. And we have the emblem for future turns. Tap land, pass, Gonti. Cool. Hopefully no Supreme Will? No. Opponent still has a swamp in his hand, so he is playing the Scarab God version. Oh boy. Take a Chandra. It's pretty damn good. See if he's got the Harness Lightning, looks like it. Yes. Alright, opponent. You got me. Opponent like refuses to play the swamp out of his hand, so he definitely doesn't have the Scarab God yet. Pumps once. Doomfall? Cub. Push. Well, he's only got one card left in his hand, so let's just Gonti again, since we're not drawing lands. And basically force him to have his last card be a Harness Lightning. Ooh. We could take a Harness Lightning. I don't really want to do the Vizier. Just because if it dies, then he has a Vizier. It's a pretty double-edged sword. But if he does play something like Scarab God, it could be a big deal. It might just be... Harness Lightning only goes to 3. Maybe we just take a tune. We can find a land. I don't know, let's take the Vizier. It could definitely come in handy. That's for sure. Yeah, taking someone's Chandra. That like Gonti is probably best out of all the decks in Standard, probably best against Energy. Just because all their cards are just like fantastic value. Like even hitting like a Rogue Refiner, you're like, sweet. I get a chump blocker that's probably gonna kill something, and I get some energy if I steal more stuff, and I get a card. Opponent's just swinging. Alright, so let's throw Gonti there, and that basically means Hydra down, unless he's got something really fun. We're not really scared about Cub. He's probably just trying to aggro us, because he's got nothing. Oh, he spends all of his energy. Okay. Hits us, go back to 2. Land. Refiner. Oh man, we need lands. Do we ever? Not a good turn for Chandra, but we can just kill both of these cards right now, which seems worth it. Yeah, we just, like, I don't want to let him make a Thopter. Or, like, okay, so I skipped ahead in my brain before I said that. I don't want to play Gideon and, like, plus on Virtuoso and kill the Cub and, like, have him make a Thopter and then, like, hit me. And then if he makes more energy, he makes more Thopters. So I think it's best just to kill it now. So let's have the Virtuoso walk the plank. He gets a Thopter. And I guess we'll wait on that. It's not like... Oh, hang on. I guess we'll wait on that. It's not like he's probably playing Blossoming Defense. This looks pretty stock. So let's see if he'll pay the energy. Goes to attacks, sure. Does not go to pump. Probably because I broadcasted that I had it, unfortunately, last turn. But now Chandra. Whew. Ooh. Or we could Scrutiny Gideon. And that sets up a Scry for next turn. Chandra, man. Chandra. I think I like Scrutiny better. Just to see what he's on. He hasn't played a land out. He could just be sandbagging lands. But I think as long as he's not really doing anything. Okay, so he is. Alright, well, any information is good information. And we get a Scry to the bottom. And still play a Gideon. Which we have an emblem for. And being at 9, it's not unreasonable that he could get some wicked top deck, like a Glorybringer, and just... That basically at least force him to hit Gideon with... Alright, so now... Perfect, and we got a land. Chandra. Surprise! It's your card. And I'm gonna plus make mana play a map. Feels good. Oh, I didn't use Gideon. Rip. I'm awful. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Yep, paying for it. Scry. Land. Bottom. Draw. Land. Well, play that. Plus up. Cast Binding? Yeah, sure. It's not like we're really doing anything else. Hit the Servant. But that also means we don't have to really plus with Gideon. We can just get in now. So we gotta kill him at some point. And this Chandra actually can give us 2 mana for Torment, so Torment's actually gonna be real big. Alright, gives us the game. Cool. Gonti, man. All-star in this matchup. Tell you what. Opponent's probably gonna bring in negates. I don't, like, again, our deck is already pretty well tuned to fight energy main board. I don't think there's much that we need to worry about bringing in. We do have to fight against Scarab God, which is sort of annoying, but also we just play like 4 bindings and 3 fumigates. And unless we play a Gonti and he kills it, it's just going to be his own stuff all over again. Which is annoying, but I mean, that's also why Scarab God's good. So I don't, like, Crook isn't worth it. Even if he's playing Viziers, he might even take out Viziers, because I don't know. Like, Torn of Scarab's too slow. Lost Legacy is too deep. Not enough targets. Not enough targets. No. Probably not. He might bring in more negates. It could be... I mean, I guess he's playing Chandra's main board. It could be worth it to bring in another Dress. Now that I think about it. What do we take out? Maybe just a cast out? Yeah. I don't really feel like going all the way up to 4 Duresses, because I've duressed this deck plenty of times and it's just been like Yeah, I have like 2 Cubs and a Whirler Virtuoso, and it's like, oh. Like, Scrutiny's still the better card, for sure. And this hand is a little slow, but Scrutiny keeps us from having to fight a Cub, so it kind of makes the hand faster in that sense. Opponent mulligan to 6. On the play. Opponent keeps. Card on bottom. That's always a good sign. Draw. Ooh, push was good. Alright, Scrutiny, your face. We get to scry. Vraska, huh? Scarab God, Hydra, Virtuoso. I think we just have to take the Scarab God. We have Fumigate for Hydra. And opponent doesn't have the lands for Virtuoso or Hydra yet, so just take the God, we'll keep the land on top, and it looks like we're in a pretty good spot here. Opponent only has 1 more land. At least the previous turn. Oh, what'd you draw? Servant. Alright. Well, at least we have the push for that. That's a pretty good draw for opponent, but it's not gonna work. Ooh, got a 3rd land anyways. And it was like literally the perfect land for our opponent. Gets a Virtuoso down, can only make 1 Thopter at least, so it's like not a big deal. And then even if he gets to play a Hydra next turn, we follow that with a Gideon, or Gonti, not Gideon. Got a 5th land for the Fumigate too, so that's pretty quality. Game 1, we played his own Chandra, and he kind of like just drew 2 lands in a row, and with his Chandra and our Gideon, it was just kind of enough to get us there. We didn't even have to. He maybe scooped a bit early, but I don't know. We didn't even have to torment him. We were gonna do that. We were gonna like plus make mana. Tricks Bunny, thank you very much for that follow, my friend. Really do appreciate that. So it looks like opponent's gonna get the Hydra down next turn, which is great, which means we don't have to like worry about Gonti hopefully blocking. We could play a map before Fumigate. How much do we value having Gonti on the battlefield? It might be better just to do map, I think. Because if we play Gonti, he just like hits us for 1, plays Hydra, and then like I'm just afraid that if he plays a land next turn and he gets another one the turn after, he might be on Vraska. All he has to do is like find an Attune basically, or an Ether Hub, or just his Swamp. And then like I don't want to Fumigate the turn for Vraska, so I think I'd rather just play map here and try to find like a binding for Vraska. Because honestly, Vraska is probably his only answer to enchantments, really. Alright. So, hopefully opponent doesn't have 5th land here. That'd be really nice. And then we just untap, Fumigate, and then even if he does have 5th land after that, we play Gonti first. And I think we'll actually, even if he gets 2 lands in a row, I think we're going to flip this map before Vraska comes down. No, I just want to find something for Vraska. Alright, we take 3, but we're going to gain 3 off Fumigate here. Opponent has a non-land and a Vraska in hand. So that's pretty good. Like, I want to play Gonti, but if it is a Harness Lightning, or he finds a way to get rid of Gonti, or it's like Land Glorybringer, we're basically dead. No, I don't know. What do we... Okay, so he can't Glorybringer. Not unless he draws an untapped land, which he didn't already have. If he does, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage potentially, but then we Fumigate and go up to 6? You know what? I think, honestly, I'm going to risk it. It's not that big of a risk, because the odds that he has, like, literally Glorybringer in his hand and draws the untapped land at this point are low. Like, very low. And I'd rather just play Gonti out, because then he can't really do anything with the Hydra. He can't really attack with Virtuoso either. And I'd rather just get this map going, too. Second Gonti. Put second Gonti to the bottom. I kind of want to draw land. Scry glitch. Yay! You think they'd fix that by now, since there's literally documented proof of it happening. It could be that that's my third Gonti, but there's recordings of it happening with like people who play a one single copy of a card and they scratch to the bottom and they draw it. I guess we take Virtuoso. I wish we could take lands. I mean, you can take lands, but you can't cast lands, so you can't use them. But Virtuoso at least is like 2 jump blocks. Okay, no Glorybringer. Just getting in there, huh? Yeah, well, we'll kill this Hydra off. Gonti, real good against energy, man. So good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second Hydra? Oh, this Fumigate's gonna be so good. Still doesn't have the land for, you know what? I'll take the land. Still doesn't have the land for Vraska next turn, so. Alright, sorry opponent, but it's gotta be this way. Go back to 14. Rogue Refiner. See if he gets that land finally. Does get there, but it needs to be a black land though. That's the other thing. Draw. Harsh Scrutiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. That's a whole bunch of mana. Yeah, we can Scrutiny, we can play Gonti. And this gives us more information about what we might need to take. Ooh, we get a good hit there. Alright. Put our land to the bottom. Play Gonti. 2, 3, 4. Gonti's so good. Ooh. Ooh, we could hit a Spell Pierce. That'll counter Vraska. Dude, I think that's worth it. That would even counter Chandra off the top. I think that's worth it. Especially because we don't really have an answer to either one if they hit the board. That's pretty good. I'm not going to get rid of these treasures just yet, because if we get a couple more lands, we can reasonably get them into Torment range. Jeez, Gonti's so good in this matchup. There's the Black Source. Oh man, he's going to play Vraska and we're going to counter it. Oh man. Jeez. Okay, so declare attacks. I'll go to 11. That's just fine. I want to start punching him for as much damage as we can. We're going to play as Virtuoso next turn and keep up the Spell Pierce. Jeez. Play your Virtuoso. And then, if he wants to swing in with Refiner, we'll just block with the Virtuoso, make a Thopter. This actually, hitting him with Gonti here puts him down to 18, which is like another X on Torment that we just saved ourselves from having to need. From needing, I guess. Having to need is redundant. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Sorry, opponent. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus, man. Well, now we can just... Oh my goodness. god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's actually dead. He's literally dead. We torment him for 5 and he has no permanents to sacrifice or cards to discard. Jeez, man. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got him. Oh man, if I was him, I'd be just salt lick. Oh god, we couldn't have drawn it up. I literally could not have chosen cards to make that go any better. That was insane how good that last game was for us. Both games really, but that second one, jeez. And I know the opponent got screwed, but holy shit.